Welcome Twitch chat and YouTube. It is the vintage challenge right before the vintage super PTQ. So this is 123 2021. I had a thought last night while I was playing poker. I don't know why. I was like, well, Breach used to be in Legacy all in combo deck. And then when it got ported into vintage, everyone decided it should be a control deck with a combo finish. But recently, all the Breach decks have gone from a control deck with a combo finish to a more combo centric deck. You'll see like Tinkers and stuff going on. So I was like, well, then why don't we go back to an all in combo deck? So yeah, I was like, let's just make people counter my Orms chant and try to go for Tinkers and breaches and brain freeze myself and return breach with reclamation. And this is where I went to with like Teferi's in the main deck. So this is more of a Jeskai splashing tutors version of Tinker Breach, where I'm playing Orm's Chant and Teferi. I don't know if this is good. I'm not good at playing Breach, so I assume this is gonna go poorly. But like, there's an LED. This is just like my musings in my head. I was like, well, I really feel like we're going back towards all-in combo Breach. So yeah. Also, I'm tired, so this should go well. I don't really think I have anything else I want to talk about. I think the rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. Basically, I like cut some more of the interactive elements, and I'm playing more combo elements so that we can hopefully do the comboing. Right. That's where we're at. I didn't play the legacy version either. The legacy version was like even more all in than this. It was like 4 breaches, 3 LEDs, 3 chants, a bunch of intuitions and predicts and stuff, but I didn't go that deep. I didn't test anything, so whatever. Yeah, so super PTQ tomorrow, that's the big deal. Now, for now, we are playing. We should probably not talk for 3 minutes because we do have to execute the combos. So it's round 1. I'm awake-ish, so let's try, I guess. Oh, also, I did post this on Twitter. 115 players. Holy moly. Lots of vintage players. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass the turn holding open Brainstorm and Pyroblast. A reminder, I do want to try to play this deck more aggressively with more of a combo outlook, but I also have no idea what I'm doing, so see how it goes. Is this 8? Why isn't it? Doesn't it usually say in here? I don't know, man. Whatever, just play Magic. No, this is 7 still, right? Because it's still lower than 120, whatever. All right, Sprouts, Island, Tropical. I'm just gonna cast Brainstorm. Obviously, this is a low value Brainstorm, but I feel like digging 1 card deeper is important. Okay. Well then, I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to just hope that, yeah, I'm just gonna cast Time Walk and dig through these 2 lands. Then we'll hold open everything and maybe brain freeze ourselves trying to hit a Reclamation. The problem with that is Reclamation costs like 5 mana on flashback, so maybe that's not really worth it. I don't know. Pretty sure it's a 7-round tournament because it's not over like 120 something. All right, well, I have a bunch of mana and I have a bunch of counter spells, and I technically have both of my red, like, so this deck has bad mana because I'm splashing 2 black spells off of 1 C. But I'm not really, like, I really don't play that many red cards that I want to play, but I do have 3 Volks in my deck, so it's kind of weird. I mean, like, post-board I have Sprees, so I want more Volks. I might have screwed up and I wasn't supposed to play 3 Volks. I'm not really sure. But right now I've drawn 0 fetch lands and I've drawn all other lands, so I guess it's fine. My mana is probably better than I think it is. Alright, so this is just bug. Alright, I'll just Pyroblast this. So, current issue, I don't have anything that does anything. If they force this, it's pretty good for me, as I can just fluster. Then I have to consider, like, am I supposed to brain freeze myself? The problem is, like, my recursion card costs 5. The flashback of reclamation costs 5. So I think holding brain freeze for my force of will is currently better. Okay, so that is either a sanctuary or a volcanic, depending on what we need in our lives. Scroll. Just fluster it. Deathray. Okay. So I think I'm going to bolt this and then freeze. Nah, is that good? Nah, it can't be right to freeze. I mean, if I hit a land or a blue spell, I mean, that's like half my deck, right? The only thing I didn't want, freeze for 12. I think it might be good. Like, normally it wouldn't be good, but because we have a reclamation in our deck, maybe it is good. I don't know. So, like, if I hit a reclamation and top deck a land, it's good. A blue spell for force, it's good. If I top deck a black spell, it's bad. If I top deck a mana source, it's good. If I top deck a chant, it's bad. If I top deck a citadel, it's bad. If I top deck a tinker, it's bad. But everything else besides that is good. Let's try it. Though I guess technically if I top deck a mana source and go for a reclamation, I can get dazed. But... Alright, so I hit a breach. I hit a lotus. So if I hit... I didn't hit a reclamation yet. Still no reclamation. Okay. Alright, so I didn't hit a reclamation. So now... I did mill over my sanctuary. I'm basically... Another breach is going to be lethal. A reclamation is good. Blue spell is good. Land is not good anymore. Alright, I guess land is still fine because I have hard cast force. They have 5 cards. What the fuck? Why is Bug playing a main deck Cage? It just makes no sense to me. Alright. Well, like, Bug is one of the best decks at playing versus the graveyard. And it just doesn't make sense to me to have a Cage in the main deck. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I really dislike it. But it's obviously quite good right now, so good on them, I guess. Like, there's no problem with having a Cage in your Bug sideboard. I don't mind that. I just think having a Cage in the main deck is so silly. So I think they are debating whether to force this, but whatever. So I'm definitely sad that we didn't have like, I don't know, using force pitching force to kill a cage here is just like super bad for me. Like super bad use of resources. But I mean, I feel like I kind of have to, seeing as most of my winning draws revolve around casting spells from my graveyard. Obviously, I have answers to a cage in the main deck. All right, so they had a force. We got their dig through time. Unfortunately, my answers are like 3-mana Teferis, which are not really great here. I drew, of course, draw land after, and my Sanctuary is one of the cards I milled, so I'm probably dead on board now, I would think. But like, they'll play a Tarmogoyf or whatever here, and then I just have no chance. Okay, so there's double hate cards. All right, so maybe I just picked a bad day to be playing Underworld Breach. Okay, maybe that was the problem. I guess it's still fine. So, like, what I really need to do is find a Teferi into an Underworld Breach, bouncing, Cage, and bolting Oof with my Underworld Breach. Okay, there's a Teferi. I don't think I'm allowed to play this Teferi right now. Mostly because even if I were to draw an Underworld Breach, I wouldn't be able to use mana yet. So I think I need to find some more stuff first. The problem is, by the time I find something, I think this Teferi is going to get countered. They did pitch a dig through time, which is good, but it looks like they're holding up like negation or something. Demonic Tutor. Okay, that's a good one. Use my one Underground Sea to cast Demonic Tutor. Okay, so let's think about this. Maybe the best play off of this is just to take my Mentor. Because the Mentor, at the very least, is... Like, so this is the problem right now is like, the cage does shut down Reclamation, Tinker, and Breach, which is fucking annoying. Excuse me. However, the Mentor is not shut down by anything, but doesn't do anything right away. We don't have that many cards left in our deck. We just need to have like one good executed combo turn. I think the answer is still play a Mentor, though. But I don't want to play the Mentor until I can get at least one spell after it. I think they're holding up negation is what's happening. Which is fine if we just jam a Mentor and have a spell. But this is basically our best plan against Collector Roof Cage. It's just like kind of crazy because we have so many cards in our yard that are gonna win the game on the spot. I can technically like return something with a Reclamation. I just can't flash it back, right? So I could return like a Mentor or like a Breach or a Lotus or something, but obviously the cages and the Oof kind of make it not very good. If it was just a cage or just an Oof, like, we're pretty fine, but because it's both, things get a little dicey. It really feels like opponent has a Tarmogoyf in their hand, but they also have a Force of Negation that they have to hard cast. I think this, my read is they have a Tarmogoyf and a Force of Negation. That's my read anyways. You would only really play the Sapphire out if you, one, forgot, or two, have an Oko. I agree with that statement, but I think it's fairly likely that, like, players just play out their Sapphire. I'm not, like, super confident on making a read off of that. Alright, so they're gonna decided to hold up their negation rather than play whatever they have in their hand. Okay, what is this? Black, green, Assassin's Trophy on my one red source? That I don't give a shit about. Well, I do give a shit about it because my mana is really tight, and I already have my island in play. But the cool thing is, because opponent doesn't really know my list, a red source is really not doing anything for me right now. So I really just don't care. So unless they have blue card negation, I can like Teferi and do something, but I mean, all I want to do this turn is draw like a Preordain, so I can go Mentor Preordain. That's all I want. All I want is Mentor Preordain. I drew a volcanic island. Yes. All right, I'm going to play. What the fuck am I gonna play? I really like. I have 4 Preordains in my deck. I've milled 0 Preordain. No, I milled 1 Preordain. So I have 3 Preordains in my deck. What do I want to do? Unfortunately, playing Teferi and plussing or bouncing are both... Well, I could play Teferi and plus. I could play Teferi and plus. Puts it down to up to 5. And then next turn I have like Mentor Bounce. I think it's time. Like, we took away 1 Assassin's Trophy. I think it might just be time to play out our Mentor now. It's really sad, but I think it makes the most sense. This also gives us like a trigger if we play Teferi next turn, so I'm kind of surprised opponent Assassin's Trophy to our Volcanic Island. It doesn't really seem super good to me, but all right. So they had double trophy Wasteland. That's not good. This, yeah, okay. So I can't mentor as Reclamation back a mentor. Yeah, I don't know. Opponent seems to have exactly the problems for us, because I don't think we can win now. What I think I have to do is... God, I need so many cards now, though. Because I need, I don't know. It feels like, unfortunately, opponents' answers have lined super well. Maybe I just really fucked up by playing the mentor out and shouldn't have followed that line. If I just don't play the mentor out, or I play Teferi and plus, I just should have been like, I needed to hold this longer until I could get a spell off of it. Why did I play the mentor out? It's just like so tilting. Playing the mentor out like probably just lost me the game. So I think playing around a second trophy in their hand is like kind of a hard ask. Shite. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play out this Teferi and I'm gonna plus it. No, there's no reason to do that right now. There's like no reason to do that right now. Unless they have a 3rd Assassin's Trophy. I can cage on the next turn. I can still Teferi on the next turn. And I could even like chant on their turn, kicked to protect my Teferi for an additional turn. Like a lot of things I can do. They're just gonna Ancestral. Kind of like tilting, actually. This whole game just feels like opponent had exactly enough. They went for Cruise over Ancestral, sure. And I feel like opponent is just gonna draw a Wasteland here. Maybe they'll just hit my Underground Sea. I don't know. All I know is I can chant them next turn, and it's probably... oh yeah, of course they did. Of course they drew a Wasteland. Hopefully they'll just hit my Underground Sea. Shite. Okay. All right. I'm so close. I need to draw the fetch land. If I draw exactly volcanic or fetch land, it doesn't do it. It does do it. If I draw exactly volcanic or fetch land, it would do it right now. I think I have to plus my Teferi, upkeep, Orim's Chant them, and then do it on my next turn. I mean, Teferi plays really well with Orim's Chant, huh? This is a good combo. All right, so this thing can't attack. They can't cast any spells. When it gets to my turn, they can't cast any spells because I have a Teferi. All I need to do is hit Volcanic Island. No, that's not true because then I won't be able to Lightning Bolt. Fuck! Can I win? I don't know. I might just not be able to beat two pieces of hate at the same time. I drew the Volcanic Island, so I don't think I can beat. Well, I can Time Walk. Doesn't get me anywhere, right? I didn't really think about needing. Fuck, this double fucking cards. Ah! What if we bounce the cage, Volcanic Breach, Time Walk, Gush. We have 4 mana. We have exactly enough mana to do exactly what I'm saying. Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna bounce the cage. There is exactly 1 more breach in our deck, so okay, so if there's also a Teferi, which would be good enough. No, I have to. Oh, you saying if I wait 1 more turn? I don't really think that's an option. No, there's nothing left in my deck that is particularly useful. Wait, I can't Gush for its alternate cost anyways with Escape. So why am I saying this? I can't Gush with its alternate cost with Escape, so this line just sucks. I don't think I have any outs. I think I just killed myself. Brain Freeze them is not a play. It doesn't do anything. Is it enough? Maybe it's enough. I guess we can count. We have 30 cards in our graveyard. So if we cast... Is that enough? Probably not enough. If we cast 5 cards for 15 cards... Sorry, if we cast 5 cards for 15 cards, that's 10 cards left. That would be 1, 2, 7 times 3 is 21. Then we could maybe play 2 more. No, 2 more. So yeah, that will not mill our opponent out, I don't think. I'm just thinking that even if we Time Walk and we drew the 3rd breach, it still does nothing. I'm just gonna run out of time here. All the brain freezes are in the yard. So yes, there are. I don't know. Unless I'm missing something, I feel like we've just gotten horribly wrecked by the double wasteland, double assassin's trophy draw. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't really know what it would be. Only 21 cards. Reclamation does nothing on the next turn because my opponent will have a Grafdigger's Cage in play. Literally can't do it. I don't know. Yeah, but I couldn't go for it this turn, and I already fucked up, chat, so it's a little too late. I also have like 2 seconds on my clock, so. I fucked this game up by listening and playing the Mentor when I had no business playing the Mentor, okay? That was when we fucked this game up. No, there's nothing left for me to DT for. I couldn't go off that turn. I'm literally not allowed to do it. It was a misplay. Like, there were so many dead draws in my opponent's deck, but they hit Wasteland, Wasteland, Trophy, Trophy. So it happens. It's no big deal. We'll just go to the next game. Everything will be fine. So technically, I don't even know if I have like one more land in my deck, right? I don't know. I might not have any lands in my deck, so I might not even be able to go to Fairy into Breach again. I feel like they haven't also have drawn a blue card force, but I could be wrong there too. I really needed to draw Preordain the turn that I had a Mentor. Like, that's what we needed to do. But I just couldn't find a Preordain. Like, Mentor was my way out of this game. Yeah, because I would have died to the Mana Crypt. I would not have been able to mill my opponent out while playing the Mana Crypt. That would not have worked. So, like, I played this game terribly, probably, but I also feel like it was really, really unlucky, so. So there's a Hull Breacher, there's a Negation, there's a Daze, there's a Cage in the main. Yeah, we really just. I should never have played the Mentor was the first problem, and the second problem was going for it with the Teferi on that turn. Should I move to the next game? Maybe. I don't know. Kind of over it. I kind of want to just not play anymore. Yeah, I can draw Teferi, and then that does nothing, so, alright. Well, what if I draw Ancestral and target them? Too many turns? Whatever. That's like just like super tilt the game. This comes in, this comes in. This goes. All right, well, I need to win 2 matches in, like, 6 minutes. That's probably not happening, so I don't know. I just think I played that match so badly. Like, Chant was pretty good there. Teferi looked fantastic, so that makes me happy, but this is also a matchup where Teferi is, like, a little sus because opponent's playing a bunch of creatures. Yeah, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We're trying like we're not going like we don't have alternate game plans. We're going in. Actually, I want to bring in a second wear tear maybe. Yeah, I understand how other breach decks work. This is not other breach decks. So we got I guess them hitting our volcanic islands did end up being a problem, right? I didn't really think it would be, but it did. So I guess maybe 3 volcanic islands is the place to be, seeing as it's very important for us to be able to breach. Mm. This is gonna be pretty risky, but I think I'm supposed to preordain here. This is what we're doing with our current time problem and opponent playing post-board matches.
Here's to 5 years more.
Yo, appreciate that, Fuzz. I guess, man, I guess I'll top and hope that I draw a land on the turn after I draw Tinker. Maybe I'm supposed to just bottom the Tinker because I can't cast it. And I want to be able to cast whatever spell I draw on the next turn. I guess theoretically I can attack all and cast Brain Freeze if needed. I don't know. I'm on like a pretty fast clock plan where I have to kill my opponent, so I'm looking at I have to kill my opponent twice in 5 minutes. So I'm trying to just mentor them out here, especially if they like board in a bunch of graveyard hate for my breach plan, and then I just do my mentor thing. Mentor is pretty broken Magic the Gathering card. Mm. We had a 3-minute start, but no, we just did a bunch of nonsense last game where we just made a bunch of mistakes. Like we lost 3 minutes on our clock, but we would still be like pretty far behind. Yeah, I think I might have been supposed to bottom this Tinker. This is Assassin's Trophy. Okay, I guess this all actually works out pretty well. I could have just not forced the time walk, but I didn't like letting it resolve. Though me forcing the time walk gets worse when I'm not casting my next spell for turn. So I kind of think that forcing the time walk is fine, but I was supposed to bottom the Tinker. Obviously, this like works out okay, but Moxen here. Oh, what is this doing? Are you just eating my mentor? So I think what I'm gonna do is play this to play around Daze, Tinker into a not a Blightsteel. I'm gonna Tinker into a Citadel and try to win on the spot. Can use my fetch land to. All right, that was sick. All right, maybe my play wasn't shit. Maybe my Tinker play was just the tech that we needed. I love leaving in both Tinker targets versus bug. I mean, opponent was dead in 5 seconds, so it's not like there was a huge gain. Like all the stack resolves, and I after I put the Orm's chant, after I resolve the Orm's chant and put the swords on the stack, I actually have deterministic dead on board, so I just F6 through my brainstorm, hit any cards back on top, and kill my opponent. So it was like 5 seconds probably. Though me actually resolving a Tinker is kind of a miracle, seeing as I cut my Emerald and my Lion's Eye Diamond, which I'm probably not allowed to do if I'm trying to Tinker. Yeah. Whoops. It's like the most sus early Tinker of my life, but yeah. Know what's really broken? Bolus's Citadel and Monastery Mentor. Definitely reasonable Magic cards that should totally exist. So many games are just cheese games of Tinker and or cheese games of Mentor that it's just insane. And they're both restricted. So I gotta play at like some kind of crazy pace, some kind of crazy man's pace. 6 through this. I'm not countering a Deathrite Shaman. I don't have enough experience trying to combo kill through a Deathrite Shaman either, so it's really going to leave me in a shit spot. I don't know why I just played the Mana Crypt there. I guess what I could do is just Time Walk to start. I should have enough to... No, I should just Ancestral, right? Well, I'm going to get negated no matter what. No, we can't Tinker. That's not how Merchant Scroll works. It's still not how Merchant Scroll works. I just played this turn terribly, by the way. I played into Mindbreak Trap like nobody's business. I'm playing into Negation. This is terrible, but whatever. I could have fetched a black source. You can't merchant scroll for a vampiric tutor, so that does not work, friend. If you're gonna ask for plays, read the card, please. Please read the card. I'm gonna actually time walk. I am gonna cast this, I think, even though I'm putting down my Force of Will. If I have the ability to preordain this turn, I really want to. Okay, opponent has just straight up nothing. How is that like a remotely keepable vintage hand? Bug blows my mind. Bug is insanity. Bug is actual insanity. Can we please win? We have nothing that wins. I think I'm just gonna cast this Gush and hope it works. I guess I could just hard cast Force on the oof. Fuck. Alright, I think I'm just gonna cast this on my Black Lotus. Oh. Blue, red. I'm just gonna Gush. Shit. I have 2 minutes on my clock. I drew Brain Freeze. That's no good. I just couldn't hit a breach. Oh, I guess I could have Brain Freeze myself there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just playing really fast and bad. Yeah, I should definitely have just Brain Freeze myself and... I don't know. Whatever. If I had Brain Freeze myself, and then how much mana would I have left? Did I have 5 mana, though? At any point there, did I actually have 5 mana? I'm not sure I did. 3 mana is not enough. No, we only lost 3 minutes because of me talking. We just played like a really poor game 1. They drew a Grafdigger's Cage off the top of their deck? Yo, fuck this shit. Please draw Tinker. Please draw Tinker. Hey, that's fucked up. I hate this game so much. Please draw Tinker. I guess Tinker doesn't even work. I need a Wear Tear, so I probably use my mana sources badly here. I think it makes sense that I need a Preordain over a Lightning Bolt. Need a Wear Tear, right? All right, whatever. Next. Yeah, I can't Tinker because there's a Cage in play. No, I need a Wear Tear. Tinker doesn't work. Well, Tinker doesn't really work with Citadel because this lets you this blocks it. I just need, like, I play this game fast and loose because I have a minute left on my clock, but like opponent's deck just doesn't do anything. I just like all I need to do is just play my spells and have them resolve and have them do like opponent's deck just does nothing. They drew a trophy? Oh, they drew okay. Like they couldn't draw anything as a Jet here. Like they're not even attacking this Narset, so it doesn't matter. So all I need to do is hit the Wear Tear and kill my opponent. Wear Tear, Wear Tear, Wear Tear, Wear Tear, Wear Tear, Wear Tear, Wear Tear. Do I need this freeze? I don't know, man. I can't. I just can't. How many cards am I gonna go through here? This is the fucking worst. How many cards did I just go through? I gotta go to 9. I'm gonna go to whatever. How many wear tears did I put in? I only put in one? Alright, well, and then it's my own fault. Whatever. I fucked up, I guess. Can I stop Blightsteel with a Grafdigger's Cage in play? Chat, I'm losing it tonight. Might not be my day. I'm pretty sure that that's not the play. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the play. Now I'm dead. Whatever. I don't really care. I think I'm gonna not play any more Magic today. It doesn't really seem cohesive, like a conductive to me being happy. I think that any reasonable Magic player should have won this match by like every single time. So I think I'm going to turn off the stream because I don't think it's going to be good content. Yeah. I don't really think this is going to be worth. But like opponent kept a hand that opponent kept a hand. It's just not keepable in any world. In any world is that can't keep. The hand is just not remotely keepable. I can't. It's unreal. It's just not a hand you can keep in Vintage. They ripped a cage off the top of the deck, right? Like, what the fuck was that? How can you ever keep Deathrite Shaman, 2 lands, Oof, Goyf, Brainstorm, Dig against the Tinker Breach deck? It's just fucking, it's insane. So I had 5 mana. I could have gone. I think this Gush is fine. No, I could have just passed the turn. Why the fuck did I just not pass the turn and force the well, then they would have drawn Cage and I would have cried anyways, I guess. All right, so I have 5 mana currently. Okay, so I fucked up here. I fucked up here. I lost the game here. Because if I just cast Brain Freeze targeting myself, I win the game. Wait, no. My Storm count is 1. Never mind. Why is my Storm count only 1? Oh, because I played everything last turn. So that would not have been... Well, if I go Reclamation on my Lotus, Storm count 2. 5 mana. No, that's not good, though. Because I need... I need to be able to force the Oof. And of course they drew Cage that turn. I mean, obviously Brainstorm was like one of the best draws in my entire deck, though. Especially when I have 5 lands in hand. I actually would have milled over on my on my mill 3. I would have milled over Breach in 1 if I had gone for Brain Freeze. Though I don't think going for Brain Freeze was correct. Going for Brain Freeze doesn't look correct. So maybe I'm supposed to take Lightning Bolt here so that I can bolt this Deathrite Shaman. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to take Preordain. I mean, I obviously clearly misboarded by not bringing in second Wear Tear. But drawing the Cage was just too much for me. Holy shit. Right, it's already the next round. We might as well play. I think I played that match just fucking terrible. Like, so badly. Okay, round 2. I complained long enough that I went through the round timer, so we're gonna play another one. This hand's obviously great. I did get a lot of in chats. Merchant scroll for non-blue instance. That was a lot. That was not good for the mental either. Merchant scrolling for non-blue instance chat is not a play. Badlands? Is it DPS? No. Badlands Tropical Island. I'm gonna resolve my ancestral. Maybe this is greedy. Alright, maybe I die. I could just die. I don't know what Tropical Island Badlands means, but I feel like I could die. Yeah, if Merchant Scroll could find Tinker, it would be much even more restricted. Somehow you'd have to restrict it more. Okay, I should have known that. Okay. All right, so Badlands Tropical Island Wasteland Time Twister. All right, well, unfortunately, I probably didn't want to ancestral into that, but my hand is just as good, so I guess it's fine. I don't really know what's going on. I don't have a graveyard anymore. I kind of want to just deploy the Teferi. I didn't really want that many more lands. So if I demonic for... If I demonic for Breach, and then I fetch... I just have no... If I fetch, and force, then I have 3 cards. I can demonic for freeze. Fetch, force. Demonic for freeze. That's just not going to be good enough. We can just get a Tinker, though, so... Maybe it's gonna... I'm like I'm a little worried that if I find this Tinker, my opponent is going to cast double Thoughtseize somehow. I understand that opponent has a Wasteland, a Sapphire, and a Tropical Island, but I goddamn do I feel like I'm going to get double Thoughtseized. It just feels right. It feels like this is the nice part about playing Tinker in your Breach deck, is that when you don't have a graveyard, you can just Tinker. So honestly, after game 1, I feel like this deck idea seems pretty strong. It just needs a better pilot. All right, so you time walked and you twisted into another time walk. Does that mean you have like a really good play here and follow up by a really good play, and I lose? Strip mine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably should have seen that coming. Kind of, maybe this Teferi minus was like a really bad play. Maybe this Teferi minus was just like, just uber bad. So it's definitely just wet Jund, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. I guess I made a crucial error by bouncing my Sapphire for more information before Demonic Tutoring. I kind of felt like that could be the case. I didn't really calculate Time Walk double creature into my strategy here, so probably my own fault. Drawing another land is and they have Hardcast Force. I don't think we're winning this game. So As unfortunate as this is, we're probably very dead. It's actually kind of a hard choice on this Tinker. I guess I can just get rid of the Jet. I think opponent has a counterspell here, and I lose the game on the spot, which is not fun for me, but I don't know. I play this game terribly. If I just plus my Teferi, I probably can't lose, but I minused it for no reason. Yeah, we're tilting off, clearly. Clearly tilt off mode. I mean, losing to the Badlands Jund deck is a thing. I guess I can just draw Underworld Breach and nothing matters, so maybe everything is fine. I guess not nothing matters because my opponent has a Deathrite Shaman taking my Demonic Tutor this turn and taking my Tinker this next turn, so I guess it doesn't. Oh wait, it took the Tinker first. Interesting choice. Oh, there's a Baleful Strix in my opponent's deck. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, it's possible opponent plays Pyroblast in their deck, so plussing the Teferi is not very good. And that was like one of the big reasons, like when your opponent has no creatures in play. Oh my lord. Are we twisting? Why don't we twist? Can we twist? No, they're time walking. Okay, fair. That's like one of the big reasons, like you don't want to plus on your Teferi is if opponent plays Pyroblast in their deck. And if they were on like a Jund deck, which I guess they kind of are, not really though, you would kind of want to be able to cash in your Teferi's value, but I wasn't playing around Collector Roof clearly, which probably my own mistake. Okay, so what I can do here is I can get my DT back. Well, I can't actually get my DT back because of Strip Mine. Fuck. I was thinking play all my things when they go for my DT Mystic Sanctuary it. But then they could Strip Mine. So, well, let's just give it a shot. Whatever. What's the worst that could happen? I guess I probably should have just played this Underground. See, I'm not really sure. I think it's definitely worth like trying to beat this Deathrite Shaman here. I could be wrong though. Maybe it's just not worth trying to beat the Deathrite Shaman, and I should just be going for something else. I did lose both. I guess I don't lose. I guess I held my Black Source, so maybe it's fine. I will lose my White Source by doing it this way, so maybe this is a stupid idea. Okay, so they successfully played around. They successfully played around Mystic Sanctuary, so good for the opponent. This is not in the Gush book, but I think saving this land. I don't know why they didn't go for the Tundra, but I think saving this land makes sense. Oh, okay. I drew. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna lose to Badlands Deathrite Shaman Baleful Strix deck. So that's a problem. I did draw on a lot of lands in my games. I don't know if that's because of deck construction or just because of how this. I mean, I don't have Dak Faded, so that's something worth noting. I don't have Dak Faded to throw away extra lands. I can't believe we got Twisted. Twisted was something else here. That's a decent draw. All right, so this game is winnable. Now it's not. They drew another force. All right, well, I'm gonna force this, I guess. Go to 3. I bounce this Deathrite. Go to 2. Yeah, 4. Did I pitch all my brain freezes? That's a good draw. That's an insane draw, by the way. That draw was insane. That draw was so good because now my Teferi doesn't die. I do think it's worth it to preordain now in case I try to win. Worm's Chant, Vamp. I can't Vamp because I will die if I Vamp. Well, theoretically, I could take the Orange Chant and then Vamp. No, that's not very good. Let's just bottom these. I have so many good hits in my deck. Like that. Like that. Was that one of them? I think that was one of them. All right, so... Okay, I do this, and I cast at least 2 Time Walks, maybe? Is 2 Time Walks better than a Time Walk and a Preordain? I don't know. Someone in chat tell me if 2 Time Walks is better than a Time Walk and a Preordain. Well, I guess to cast... I'm gonna cast Preordain. I don't know. Bottom, yes. Bottom. Mana Crypt was not exactly what I was looking for there. Well, now I can actually... I can't really play this Mana Crypt out, can I? Maybe this was shit. Maybe this play was shit. Do I want to get rid of... I don't really need a jet, no. All right. How many breaches do I have left? All right, so this one gives me... So I could replay a Teferi. I only can play 1 spell out of my yard, right? Should I be holding this one then? We know that their only card in hand is... Oh, there's an Assassin's Trophy and a Deathrite Shaman. Fuck it. Let's try to hit... There's only 1 freeze in our deck, right? I don't know. Preordaining seems so good, right? Jet, probe. Mystical puts a 4th card. Okay, that should be good enough, right? So if I Mystical and then I Preordain, should be good enough, right? No, I don't have enough blue sources. Fuck! I do have a land drop, but I need to Mystical for 1 spell, Preordain for the other spell. Oh, I have a Mana Crypt. Okay, never mind. We should be good here. Bottom, top, Mystical, Brain Freeze, Preordain, done, draw, Mana Crypt, Brain Freeze myself. This deck is so broken. How is this legal? I hit the LED. 1, 2, 3. Done. Blue mana. Holy moly. Positive mental game. Positive mental game. Teferi is nuts. Why are people not playing Teferi in Breach? Teferi is insane. Alright, so we're playing against Jund something. I don't know what that really means, chat. I assume that we want the Blight. Man, they could be on Dak Faden. I guess they're not really Jund because they're all blue. So it's just like 4-color Deathrite with a Badlands. So what does that mean? What does 4-color Deathrite with a Badlands mean? Does that just mean Wear Tears? I guess we'll just bring in Wear Tears. Cut Mystical. All right, so I don't mind the Teferi bounce as much anymore. Because if they're 4-color like Svaka deck, then they have Pyroblasts, so. No Mystic Sanctuary to play a Badlands seems incorrect. And if they are on Mystic Sanctuary and Badlands, that also seems incorrect. So I'm going to board out the LED and the Emerald and go for the Wear Tears and the Swords. And then I think that's fine. Like, just kind of diminish the number of things that get hit by the main deck Collector Roof. And I want to get rid of the Mystical because they're a Pyroblast deck. It's probably fine. Well, why are we using Orums? So that opponent doesn't cast any spells. I've decided opponents casting spells and interacting with me, not good. Don't want that. So we're not allowing it anymore. This hand looks atrocious. Okay. Yeah, I've decided to no longer allow the casting of spells during my turns, or their turns, depending on what's going on. Yeah, nice ley line against my fantastic Monastery Mentor. Reasonable card. I mean, they could just still kill me here, I guess, if they have a Collector Roof. That would have been pretty bad. Though I don't think I'm supposed to... What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Just hope opponent doesn't have an answer to the Mentor? Or Vamp for a blue card? If I go Scalding Tarn, Mox Jet, Vamp for Ancestral, cast Mentor, Force if needed, probably good enough. I think it's still slightly better. That way I have the ability to force, and if it doesn't get forced, then I just follow up with an Ancestral. I mean, I think it's fairly unlikely that opponent could have the mana to assassin. I mean, they should have to have a fetch land, and then they could have Assassin's Trophy fetch land, I guess. So they didn't have a fetch land on turn 1, so they would have to have exactly Underground Sea. Because if they had a fetch land, they would have fetched and then Wrenn and Sixth. So maybe there's some merit. I mean, they could also be playing Dazes, you know, in their Badlands deck. It could happen. It's definitely, yeah, I've seen it. Sure. So they had the Underground Sea, but they don't have Trophy. All they have is Fluster Pyro, I guess. They just F6. I think Ancestral is the most thing, because it's a blue card, and it's the best spell. I guess the question, yeah, I am gonna play the Pearl out, play around Daze, give myself the ability to cast Ancestral, all of that nonsense. What do you think, chat? Am I supposed to just Ancestral right now? I don't think so. That also gives them a land for Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, I'm gonna pass, I think. I guess it doesn't give them a land for Deathrite Shaman because they're playing Leyline of the Void. Classic. Classic. Just excellent deck building. Uh Big strong Doge. I specifically said I want to play around Daze. So no, I disagree. I should definitely have played my mentor after playing my Mox. Man. Alright, so they have to have exactly Pyroblast here. I think it makes more sense to cast Ancestral. I guess if they have Lotus. Sorry, if they have Misstep, I get wrecked here, but. Yep, Daze in the Badlands deck. I honest to God think that they're playing. Oh, they had Force of Will blue card. All right, well, I got absolutely punished for not Ancestraling on my turn here. I honest to God think that they have Mystic Sanctuary, Daze, and Badlands in their deck. No joke. All right, so I got super punished for waiting on this Ancestral because it means that they either drew Assassin's Trophy or they drew blue card Force of Will. So obviously we got completely wrecked there because I waited, but it's kind of hard to play into Pyroblast like that. That's fine. If my Ancestral gets Daze, who gives a fuck? If my mentor gets Daze, I lose the game on the spot. Fuck off, chat. Come on. I think we just got completely wrecked by opponent's draw step, right? If opponent I can't make the play into open Pyroblast. This is not the best Teferi. I guess I can plus this Teferi to 5. It's fine, I guess. Top deck Ponder. It's a good start. You gotta love the Deathrite Shaman Leyline of the Void deck, though. That really, oh, you love to see the deck building. I think I'm supposed to bounce the Ren and 6, not the Leyline of the Void. I guess I could technically bounce the Deathrite Shaman as well. So if I bounce the Deathrite Shaman and then force it on the way down. Oh, I cannot bounce the Ren and 6. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I had no idea. I swear to God, I thought Teferi could bounce everything, but apparently it cannot bounce everything. My bad. That one's on me. That one's on me, chat. I had no idea this card could not bounce Planeswalkers. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it could. I don't know why I thought it could. That one is like, I mean, save the day is a strong word for me trying to take an action that is literally not takeable on Magic Online. Not takeable? Not takeable. Yeah, that's a good one, Justin. Fantastic English. Passive effect is okay, right? I guess I have double Force of Will, so like literally any card they play. All right, well now they have a Ren and 6 going. Seems good for them. Yeah, but how do I beat the Ren and 6 emblem? Should I have... Should I have bounced the Leyline? Yo, thanks for the raid, Yama. I don't know how long this stream's gonna last, but I appreciate it. I guess I'll bounce this ley line is what I'll do. I guess I should have done that first. I played just so badly today. It's insane. So crazy. I'm aware that we cannot hardcast force. That is something that I'm aware of. And so I almost didn't register for vintage either. I woke up with like 5 minutes on the clock. Not me added me in the Discord, and I was like, do I really want to wake up for this event? I kind of wish I had not woken up for the event, but are they gonna Mystic Sanctuary back in Assassin's Trophy? No. Okay, so I don't think they have Mystic Sanctuary in their deck then. I think they're playing Badlands and they don't have Mystic Sanctuary in their deck. I don't think I give a shit about this, right? I just bounce this again. They obviously have an active Renin 6 right now that can emblem, which is not good for Justin, but I don't know. If I just win the game, then who cares, right? Not the best draw, I would think, but not a terrible draw. I think I'm just going to plus this. I'm not playing anything this turn anyways. Have a hard cast force. Obviously, they can emblem, but they only have one land in hand. Maybe second game. Did they show us Sanctuary in game one? No, they showed us a Badlands, didn't they? I don't think I'm supposed to chant. Maybe I am. I guess they get to double Pyroblast now. So maybe I was supposed to chant. Yeah, we probably should have chanted. Whoops. All right, I guess we lose. Whatever. I'm playing so bad today, chat. Whatever. Opponent has nothing going for them, but we also simultaneously have nothing going for us. And I would have won this. I guess I wouldn't have won this game, but I would be in a much better spot if I had just chanted for no, like, there was just no reason to chant. Not chant. There's no reason not to chant. There was just no reason not to chant. It was so bad. I don't know, chat. It's just not my day. I shouldn't have woken up. It was a mistake. Waking up was a mistake. Or oh, yes, Savine's Reclamation, the perfect magic card. Savine's Reclamation in a land was not what we wanted to draw there. Just can't make up how bad that was. Aggressions have not been ideal. I will say that. I will say that. Yeah, this game could have gone so differently if I had just cast Orum's Chant. I mean, to be fair, if I draw Tinker, we will win the game because I have Orum's Chant and I have 2 Orum's Chants, so I'm pretty sure if I can just draw Tinker, we'll be fine, but yeah. Opponent is like stashing up on the spells with the Renin 6 emblem and okay. Should I be Orum's chanting before casting this Demonic Tutor? Yeah, probably. Cast Orum's Chant. Target you. How do we win? Like a million ways to win. Ancestral Recall was a problem. I'm not going to lie to you. They do have Hull Breacher in their deck. Fun. I can't... I'm going to have no life left to do this, unfortunately. All right, I think I have to do this again on the next turn. Yeah, we're probably dead, seeing as opponent has Ancestral Recall Ren and 6 emblem, but what's a guy to do? I've misplayed this game terribly. Again. Yeah, if the deck can't just Tinker win, what if the deck doesn't have Tinker in its opening hand, like, can I really play it? Let's be honest, chat. Yeah, that's not good. The good part currently is that none of the cards in my opponent's graveyards counter this Orim's Chant. So theoretically, I can still win this game. God, we would have had so many free turns with my Teferi if we just played the Orim's Chant. I don't know. What the fuck was I doing? What was I doing? It's insanity. Watching me play... I don't know why you guys watch me play this game. Sure. Oh, you can cast Force from the Yard? No, that wasn't Force from the Yard. Whatever. I'm over it. They literally have to have... Oh, they have the Strip Mine in their hand. All right, I literally can't win. I don't think I can win, right? I would need a blue card. Yeah, I mean, I can Tinker Citadel and win, but I can't because they have a Pyroblast in their yard. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the Pearl. Oh, they brought in my... All right, see, look. We learned things, chat. We learned things. Opponent, instead of pitching the Strip Mine and using the Pyroblast, showed us that they have a Mindbreak Trap in their deck. Fantastic. Excellent play. We didn't see a Dak Faden, though. We saw a bunch of Okos. Maybe it's okay to bring in Blight Bolas Citadel if we bring in... Nah, I think that sucks. Cares about Oko, really? We saw 3 Okos. In that game, they exiled 3 Okos. I don't really think Blightsteel Colossus is the plan. Unless we bring in all of our Pyroblasts, which I just don't want to do. Though we might need Pyroblast if we're playing against Mindbreak Trap. I think we just need Orim's Chant. That's all we need. Yeah, I'm not going to bring in Blightsteel against Triple Oko. Okay, what do we got? This hand looks bad, but I'm going to keep it. This is the hand where they draw their 1 Wasteland and they wreck me. All right, they didn't even have Leyline. Unfortunate. That was game 2. They didn't board out any Okos. Yeah, I'm aware. I don't think it's good. Oh my god, they just... I hate this game, chap. I'm never keeping a hand ever again. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Good draw. I mean, they can't play more than 2 waste, 1 strip, right? Yo, go fuck off. You serious? What the fuck? What the... Why did I sign up to try to play Magic today? It was totally not worth it. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, it's just too much. Too much. Lose to the deck that opted out of playing Mystic Sanctuary for whatever reason. All right. Good luck PTQ tomorrow, Ayla. Are you playing the PTQ? Just have a follow-up Deathrite as well. Interesting. I can't even win off a Lotus right now, right? Kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just like kind of cranky because I woke up 5 minutes before this event and then threw away round one. And I don't think my variance has been particularly fun for the home team. All right, so I'm gonna regret this later, but I'm ready for the third wasteland. I just need it. I need it in my life. I need it in my life, you know? All right, so this orange chant looking like shit. Mostly because I can't cast any of my spells, though. It's a good top deck. I'm happy for you, opponent. Hmm. Though I guess technically they don't have a black source because they're playing Tropical Island, Volcanic Island, a bunch of wastelands in their deck. So technically, if I draw a Lotus now, I would win. But currently, I need to draw white mana so that I can Swords this thing. They're gonna eat your Deathrite, or that fuels your Delve. Oh, they're gonna eat the land and play a Hull Breacher. Wonderful. Fantastic. A+ magic card. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that card. It's just not very good. Watch me draw Preordain, chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for me to draw Preordain? I just can't win. I just cannot win. I just actually can't win, dude. This deck is so atrocious. I let this resolve, and I draw a fetch land. I cast Swords to Plowshares on the Collector Roof. I then would have to draw Black Lotus. Whatever, sure. I'm still surprised they haven't drawn their Strip Mine and killed me. You think I wear the Jet? That seems like not the greatest play. I don't think the one card in the yard is going to be good enough. Okay. We were already lucky to play as much as we did in this game. We did draw back-to-back lands, so we should just be thankful that we got to play any Magic here. And any complaining is just me being a douchebag, right? Fetch land, please. Okay, well, I didn't want to win anyways, so. Like, opponent's deck, they literally can't play. Their deck literally doesn't function. they used a Collector Roof to turn off their ability to use the Deathrite Shaman to both clock me and prevent me from going off with my combo. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Always play the Badlands deck. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, cool. All right, I mean, I appreciate the Yama raid and 200 people showing up. This experiment, I don't think the experiment itself was a failure. I think the pilot was a failure. I am going to be streaming the Vintage PTQ tomorrow. I will not be playing this deck. I will be waking up on time. Those are things that I plan on doing. The good news for chat is I have a great home for you. I'm sure they will play some fantastic Vintage and you'll have a great day. I'm going to watch some anime or something. I don't know. I will catch everybody at a later date, which should be tomorrow. You should come by tomorrow. We can play a PTQ together. Well, not together because I'm not going to listen to Twitch chat, but I will play a PTQ and it will be fantastic.